Hello everybody and welcome back. It's been a long time, so we're here back with Triggering Truths. This is Truth Speaking. Alright, I just wanted to give you guys an update on my whereabouts, because I want to try to be consistent, but I do want to also give myself time, because you should always give yourself time, especially when you talk about history and trying to heal people. It's important to allow yourself that time to really regather, regroup, because this is a lot of energy. If I could be honest with you, this field of collecting information, truths, and trying to help others elevate and re-identify and find and relearn the history that was rewritten is not easy. Alright? I can come and give you guys facts, books old as dust, anthropology, scientific facts, fossil findings, archaeology, paleontology, whatever. And some of you will still not accept the truth because it does not fit your narrative. See, me, I don't have a dog in the fight. I know who I am. Right? I know where I belong. I know who I am. I know who I serve. I know my purpose. So it doesn't matter what anybody says because I know who I am. Right? And I'm open to new information. See, I can say I'm open to new information. You can hear this and then say whatever you would like to say, which doesn't make me any different, right? The negativity. So the world right now is filled with negativity and has been for a long time, right? So me, I believe in a higher power. I believe in the creator, the creatress. So I understand what's happening. I understand that some of you live in a dark place, darkness. Right? Some of you are the descendants of Babylonians. Some of you are Babylonians. Some of you are descendants of Pharaoh's people. Some of you are unrighteous people and don't care to be righteous. Some of you are evil, wicked, demons. Some of you are fighting demons. And until you realize that you're fighting demons, that demon is always going to lash out like you guys continue to do in the comments. Not my comments, just in general. When you guys go in the comments and argue with people and go on your troll accounts and troll people and do whatever you want to do, whatever you do from a place of darkness. And it's really, you need to identify what that is within you. How fucked up your life must be if everything that comes out of your mouth is negative. Every thought that comes out of your mind is negative. When you talk to other people, you're projecting your negativity on others. Right? So that's why sometimes I gotta step back. Because I don't got time for that. Right? I don't live in a state of negativity. I walk outside and I see the green. I see I hear the birds chirping in the morning. And I'm like, today's a blessed day. We're going to go out and conquer the day. Thank you, God. Thank you for opening my eyes, giving me breath to breathe, air to breathe. Thank you for giving me intentions. Thank you for helping me help others. Thank you for health. Thank you for being rich in spirit. Thank you for being rich in melanin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's how I wake up. Alright? If you don't wake up like that, me and you have nothing in common. So, going back, before we tackle some topics today, I have to take a break sometimes. Each year starts out, for the last few years have started out the same for me. I get into my religion, my religious text, whichever religious text that is, right? I read the Quran, or I attempt to read the Quran. It's my second time, so I only read it half of the time for 1 year. So half of the text 1 year. But I go through that. I go through my Ramadan period. All right, my fasting period. So during that time, I don't really have time to get on here and engage with negativity, right? Or be indulged in, this literature, because I'm in that literature. Then after that is when I go into my spiritual space, right? Where it's not necessarily about reading the text, but feeling the spirit, letting God lead me. Right? And then the books that I read at that time is to elevate me spiritually. Understanding, seeing, being intentional in my space, right? Being present in my space. Then after that is when I get into my literature, my history literature. So I'm in that space right now. So within the next 2 months is when I get into my other space. But what I do need to do, because I do need to be giving you guys something. So that something is coming later in the next few minutes. But I just wanted to update you guys, because I know being with the whole YouTube thing, that's why I said it's not, with the whole YouTube thing, you have to be consistent, is what I've learned. So I want to give you guys some type of consistency. So today, that's my disclaimer where I've been. So today is where I get to talk about some things that I've been seeing. And I try to stay away from, like I said, the negativity. This is the time of the year where I stay away from the negativity. But I do get to go on, the internet and indulge a little bit in the foolishness. So within the last, week, I've seen some things that are very interesting to me, to say the least. And I'll try to give you the current events. That's what I'll come within the next few weeks, few months, till we get back into the history. I'll try to come and give you guys some things on the current events that's happening, that people send me, or when I get online, I happen to come across. And there's 3 topics today that I want to talk about. I think there's 3. So one is the podcast. All right, I think we've talked about this before. The podcast, people. All right? Two, so 1, the podcast, people. 2, the football situation. 3, Christopher Columbus. Anyways, so first things first, podcast. 1, I've been seeing a lot of the guys, and I want to give the fellas some game right now. I've been seeing a lot of guys and they podcasts, and I seen one dude talk about, I got a body count. If I could crack 100 people, 100 women in 1 week, that ain't nothing for me. Yada yada yada. That's nothing to brag about. Being unintentional with your temple is nothing to brag about. 1, you're telling on yourself. You're telling us exactly what type of person you are. And the only type of person that will deal with somebody like you is not a, what do you guys say? High value, low value, is a low value woman. A low value woman will get you into many situations that you probably don't want to be in. But you yourself are a low value man. Right? Bottom of the barrel. Bottom feeder. Your presentation might be on point, but internally, You are a bottom feeder, scraping the bottom of the ground like a pig. You're sloppy. Your behavior is sloppy. Your mentality is sloppy. You'll do anything for clicks and views. That's somebody you got to watch out for. You can't trust a soul who will do anything for fame and fortune. Because the world itself is the fortune. This stuff is material. Alright? What can you provide for a woman internally? Can you feed her spirit? Can she feed your spirit? But we're not here to talk about the women today. I'm going to be honest with you. Because I don't see the women on the podcast, 4 of them on the podcast, and kikiing about abusing women or abusing men. I don't see the women do that. I see y'all do that. You're grown asses on a podcast, 40 and up, 30 something plus and up, on a podcast talking about what you do with women, how young the women are that you're seeking, and then other men sitting up there validating you. See, the problem is with y'all dudes is that y'all don't hold each other accountable. So then what happens then is, right, like we talk about Dr. Umar, right? Snow bunnies never, black queens forever, right? So we talk about a situation like that, and you got a bunch of dudes up here not saying nothing, yes manning, and I've been in Hollywood, so I know it's a lot of yes man activities. Instead of saying, whoa, yo, let's not do that. Holding each other accountable, right? Or at least having each other's back. That's the least you can do. Because when these other motherfuckers be out here doing whatever the hell they be doing, you don't see it. They blow up like y'all's blows up. Then you have to understand who you are. You always talking about, as a black man, I got a target on my back. As a black man. So why would you even put a kick me sign on your own back? Out here telling people what you do on the internet. As grown as some of y'all are. My daddy would never embarrass me and get on the internet talking like y'all do. Growing up, I don't remember men talking like that in public spaces. You guys have taken barbershop talk, set up a camera, and start bumping your gums as a grown-ass man on the internet. And where does that lead you? I'll tell you where it leads you. Issuing an apology statement for your actions. What a case. In the tabloids. Looking like either a pedophile, an abuser of some sort, and with a tarnished reputation. And then, yes, you're not guilty till you're guilty. But some of your actions tell me, one, you don't know how to operate. Because some of y'all are getting caught red-handed. Some of y'all are getting caught red-handed. And I want to make this clear. I'm not specifically speaking because I know one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to name no names, right? In this situation here. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Do I believe that this man is guilty? No. The only thing this man is guilty of is not using discernment. The only thing this man is guilty of is not staying down with his people. The only thing this man is not guilty, or the only thing this man is guilty of, is seeking somebody who should not have been sought for reasons known to the public. You old enough to be my grandpa. What are we doing here? But like I said, y'all over there, kikiing with this man. And the thing is, it's all on camera. Y'all allow Unc to get behind the camera on multiple occasions and talk about the same thing. What a young, tender chicken head he gonna crack. The girl said, I don't know what that girl said to the man who just had his incident. I want something about black babies or something crazy. The fact that you guys, because I know it was role play, and I know she's tried to play you. She tried to set you up. That's exactly what she did. She set you up. She baited you. You took the bait because you're too damn old to be talking to that girl. And that's why your boy should have told you too damn old to be talking to her. She gonna set you up just like she did. Just like Cat Williams said, they gonna be having you running in 2 weekends. They'll take it down in 2 weekends.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
You see?
2 weekends. It ain't even been 2 weekends yet. But the fact that you would be sitting up there, see, you playing with my people. You playing with your people. Now, that's why when they talk about you tap dancing and all that, I don't ever say nothing. Because you got to be tap dancing. You just showed me right now that you tap dancing. The fact that you would be that's the role playing that you're doing with this girl. Black man chokes out white woman? What? What made you say that? You thought that was something like role playing. You thought that was something that would be applauded by your ancestors. So you don't think as old as you are, you don't think I'm way younger than you. And I think about my ancestors. You supposed to be my ancestor. I'm supposed to look at you like an ancestor? And you talking to women like that? Forget the snow bunnies. That's how you talk to women? Role playing? Dude, get a grip. Anybody, in general, using the race role play, that's diabolical work. That's nasty work right there. I don't recommend any of that's nefarious. I don't recommend that any of you are doing that. And if you are, stop it right now. And as upset as I wanted this conversation to be, I'm just disappointed in my people. That y'all don't think before you do anything. You don't think about your people. You represent a people. So to my people, help one another. Each one teach one. Look out for each other. Stop letting Unc and them jump off the cliff. Then you want to blame black women for all your issues. We ain't got nothing to do with that. We minding our business. Right? Oh, black women single. Yeah, we okay with that too. We are. Most of us. It is what it is. If that's what you want to do, some of us like me, we're not going to chase you. We're not going to chase you for you to abuse us and disrespect us. We're not going to be your last option. Because we can do bad all by ourselves. We've been the most disrespected species, women, black women. But black people have been the most disrespected people on this earth. And the only other place I see that is in the Holy Text. All of them. All of them. So for everybody else who think, oh, we God's people, I'm God's people. How? Tell me how. How are you going to be a colonizer and God's people? How are you going to be a descendant of a colonizer, Pharaoh's people, and God's people? Tell another lie. How are you going to be as hateful as you are and be God's people? Tell another lie. Next topic. Yeah, we talking about race today. Why y'all always talking about? Why y'all always talking about? Why are we always talking about? Why do we have to talk about this? You think we want to sit up here and talk about race all the damn time? No. If you would have left us the hell alone thousands of years ago, we would never even know who you were. If you would have stayed your ass up over there in the mountains, we would have never known who you were. And half of us would not be complaining. I'm going to be honest with you. Technology has advanced. So what? Look how miserable you are with technology has advanced. Miserable ass people. You guys don't seem advanced to me. You guys seem mentally in shackles. Ain't got 2 fucking pots to piss in, but you talking about technology has advanced. Trying to figure out how you gonna pay your rent, but technology has advanced. Stop. Anywho, next topic. And then let the next topic be, you guys are always pulling the... Yeah, why? Because the next topic we're going to talk about, the next 2 topics we're going to talk about, so happen to be about the same thing. In depth, in detail. I'm not talking to my people no more. Instead, I'm talking about the things that have transpired in the last few days. And I think the first thing we'll talk about is, since we're talking about the colonizers, and every time I get on the internet and I look in the comments and say a black person does something unethical, right? Because yeah, everybody across the world does something unethical. It seems like. Name a people that has not done anything unethical. And then when did this unethical behavior start? If you go back into history, you wasn't seeing a whole bunch of savagery. The savagery started when the savages came and colonized everybody. And called everybody that they colonized savages. And then y'all be in the comments like, the normal suspects. No, you're the normal suspects. Are you delusional? How delusional can you be? You're the normal suspects. Say that shit to my face, please. 1, I'm going to run down the history on your ass. 2, the N-word does not really bother a lot of people anymore. Will you get your ass beat still? Probably. Maybe. But we not over here like, oh, go home and cry about it. Ain't nobody crying about it. So if you say it, I hope you want to fight, but y'all don't want to fight because y'all want to talk crazy and then not fight. Y'all want to talk crazy, then not fight. But then if I say something crazy to you, now we're turning into Karens and Kens. For everything you say, I got a comeback for you too. And ain't nobody ever said that to me. But I see y'all on the internet. That's the thing. I always see y'all on the internet, but we never see y'all in person. You always have that energy on the internet, but you didn't have that energy in Ohio.
Sir, get back.
Stop playing!
Sir, get back, okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Don't get mask on because y'all bitches!
Sir, get
You
back.
got a mask on because you a bitch!
Sir, get back. Get back.
I own house, I pay property taxes, bitch! I own my
Sir, get back.
I own my
Sir,
Don't do it. I own my You understand why we're out here? My guys aren't going to kill me. 21. That incident's been resolved. Nobody's like that for me. Get down here. We can get out of here. Okay. And we might need an escort. We got a vehicle right over there.
You always have that energy when it's one of us, but you never have that energy when it's a group of us. What does that tell me about you? A coward. Then you want me to feel sorry when something happens to your people. Cough, cough. But this same stuff has been, and then black people will empathize like he shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. I don't got nothing to say about it. I'm going to be honest with you. And I know I have some people on here that's not melanated people. But I'm going to keep it real for y'all too. Y'all can take this home with you too. When we say is, when the wheels turn, when them tables turn, then what? You wasn't feeling bad when them tables was turned on me, but I'm supposed to feel bad when them tables turned back on you. That's what y'all have to think about. And I know that, we might even get deeper in this conversation now that I'm here. About the population and all that stuff that they trying to do to get the Aryan race back together. We'll leave that for the end though. So stay if you want to hear about Elon and his test tube babies and let's block the sun and all that. You can go back to further episodes, listen to me talk about blocking the sun so that, the sun stop beating y'all asses out here. Because if you know anything about that, then you know. So, anywho, moving forward, I'm going to read this new information that I've seen from Agent Orange. I'm bringing Columbus Day back from the ashes. The Democrats did everything possible to destroy Christopher Columbus, his reputation, and all the Italians that love him so much. They tore down his statues and put up nothing but woke, or even worse, nothing at all. Well, you'll be happy to know Christopher Columbus is going to make a major comeback. I hereby reinstate Columbus Day under the same rules, dates, and locations as it has had for all of the many decades before. Are we okay with that, my indigenous people? Christopher Columbus? My aboriginal, melanated people? Right? I'm actually even talking about the Mongoloids. I'm actually even talking about whatever you subscribe, the East Asian natives. I'm even talking about you. When I say aboriginal though, I'm talking about aboriginal copper-colored people, the first people in the world. Right? Not just America, but everywhere. Because everywhere has been colonized. Are we okay with that? See, the problem is they'll go storm the Capitol. You'll go storm the tweets. That's the problem. And the thing is, I'm not saying I'm not saying take any specific type of action. Because y'all not ready for that. We're not ready for that. What I am saying, however, though, is that you see how these people are operating. And you should understand that. And stop acting so delusional. Right? Oh, we're going to fund the HBCU millions of dollars, but we just took away millions of dollars. Yay, we won. You didn't win. He just took money off of your plate. But because you don't read, you don't know. You couldn't even read the caption. All you read is the clickbaiting title. It should have read, Agent Orange has defunded HBCUs. That's what it should have read. But I blame these blogs that are black owned for that. But we've talked about Christopher Columbus plenty of times. Christopher Columbus Christopher Columbus came over here to steal. And he didn't come here, and he wasn't even trying to come here. He stumbled upon some land. Took some Indians, some natives, killed them because you carry all these diseases with you. Then came and said, hey, where's the gold? I'm looking for gold. Coming as a missionary. Then giving you not fake, but giving you an altered version of religion to enslave you. And then you wonder why the people that wore the berets, the Malcolm X's, you wonder why they called them what they called them. The blue-eyed devil. And I'm not here to say that. God got you. God got you. You on the other side. You're not working for the same people I'm working for. So, you like to, you guys already rewritten history. You guys want to change the curriculum, but then put this in the curriculum, but then y'all say it's not this. Right? Critical race theory. Let's take this, but we're going to make sure that everything that you learn about is what you was supposed to learn about. We're going to take the slavery part out, but we're going to tell you about Christopher Columbus. Because we want your kids to grow up indoctrinated. Even more indoctrinated than you were. Because now look at you. You got your podcast mics out, you got your cameras out, and you're talking about us, and you're learning the truth. But we can't have your kids learning the truth. So we're going to take this part out, the atrocities that happened to you out, and we're going to put this. But we're going to leave the Holocaust atrocities in there. We're going to leave all the atrocities that happened to the non-melanated people. But anything that happened to melanated people, we're taking it out because they don't need to know that any atrocities happened to them. They just need to think that they're inferior. No, I'm a superior people. Look how this melanin is glowing. Come on now. Come on now. You look like a cursed man. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't look cursed. I look blessed. So, next subject. Sheuder? I don't even know his name. Sheuder Sanders. I'm not a football fan. I don't watch football. I'm a basketball fan. Player, all that. What I will say is, what I've seen, what I've heard from experts, right? He's a first rounder. May he have said some things, maybe Dion said some things, maybe ticked a couple people off. But one thing I know about them people, they about their money. You could be a little arrogant. Look at them basketball players now. I ain't never seen a day like I've seen in these days with these basketball players, and they swag, they arrogance. I'm the best. These other dudes is bums. They weak. Not on, not as loud as they are. I say Kevin Garnett was the last loudest, like, I'm here. And talk crazy to you. Right? But these dudes, Anthony Edwards and John Morant and Shea Gilgis, I'm that guy. Attitudes, right? And then you got the football side. This is what I miss. I'm talking in basketball terms, in football terms. I don't really know because I don't watch football. But what I will say is, it seems like they say he's a top 5 pick, but he didn't get top 5. He didn't get picked top 5 because he run his mouth. His daddy run his mouth. They got egos. So you know what they do when a black person step on a white man's toes. We gotta humble him. That's what they say. We gotta humble this man. He talked too much.
Back in the times of slavery, if they had like some 12-year-old slave that was just full of himself and confident and, wasn't listening, they would tie him to a log or a barrel. And a bunch of the overseers would rape him. To where when he walked around with the slaves now, he didn't have the confidence.
Sure.
He was broken. And it was called breaking the buck.
Wow.
And that still takes.
You know what they call that on the plantation, right? We got to buck break him. We got to let him know that nobody's bigger than the program. We got to let him know who runs the show. This is our show. And they're on the auction block. And that's what it is. The auction block. The draft. You getting drafted to the white man's team. And then you have Agent Orange again, letting you know exactly what this is. I can't believe he tweeted something like this, right? What is wrong with the NFL owners? Are they stupid? Deion Sanders was a great college football player and was even greater in the NFL. He's a very good coach, streetwise and smart. Streetwise. And therefore, Sheuder, his quarterback son, has phenomenal genes. This is how they talked on the auction block. He comes from good stock. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's on the block. Good stock. Look at his arms. Flex them. Look how high he can jump. That's what they do in the draft, right? In the combine. How fast can you run? How high can you jump? How much can you lift? How much can you squat? How much can you bench? What's your vert, right? That's what they do, right? Trying to see what that stock is like. So to come on here and talk about he has phenomenal genes is taking us back to the plantation. And he gonna capitalize phenomenal genes. Like it's a fetish. Like earlier we was talking about the man who wanted to talk about with the little young tenderhead. Right? Talking about I want, what the girl say? Black something. Something. I don't even know what the girl said, and it was unacceptable. That whole conversation was and except for greatness, he should be picked immediately. Well, what a gosh damn cotton picking minute. Picked. He put quotations around picked. I don't like that either. Immediately by a team that wants to win. Good luck and say hello to your wonderful father. I don't like none of that. I don't like the tone of that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. But the thing is, I can read between the lines. Y'all can't. And that's why y'all gonna be paying all these tariffs and doing all this executive orders. Is America great again? Is America great again? And if so, please leave a comment and let me know how great it is. Matter of fact, take the time right now to like, comment, and subscribe. Because you didn't have to come over here. Nobody told you to come into my personal space. Number 3. Christopher Columbus, Mr. Trump, Mr. Agent Orange, with that slick ass mouth, it be telling you exactly what's going on. And y'all continue to say, blacks for, Latinos for, Asians for, women for, gays for. You sound stupid. You sound self-hating and you sound stupid. Respectfully, disrespectfully, whatever. Then you want to go out there and march. You're lucky. That's the stuff that I'm gonna come because I'm rolling, right? When I see y'all doing that stuff, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna talk to y'all about how stupid y'all look. You went to the voting booth, voted, and now you want to march. March for what? Then tell black people, you don't have to come out here. You're good. We got this one. We wasn't coming out there anyways. And good. Have this one. Having black people's backs is not going out there and marching. Having black people's backs is going out there and making a real change. Affecting a black person's life positively. Impacting a black person positively on a daily basis. It's having a black person's back. Right? Making it known that you with us, not against us, because there's so many people against us. When I say hi in public, people looking at me crazy. Well, I stopped saying hi. I ain't say hi to y'all. Then when I don't say hi, everybody want to say hi. So having my back is letting me know when I see you, hey girl, how you doing? Da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay, you cool. You one of the good ones. But no, it's a lot of bad ones out there. And so our guards are always going to be up. My head is always going to be on the swivel. I'm always going to be militant. I'm always going to be ready for whatever. Whenever. Because at the end of the day, God got me. When I wake up every day, God got me. When I wake up every day, I got me. So, that's all I have to say. You're here with truth. I do want to say again, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have anything negative to say, like I said, I don't really care. You would never say it to my face. Ever. So before you make that comment, make sure you understand you would never say it to my face. And if you would, the next black person you see, I want you to go say it to their face. Whatever negative thing that you have to say, I want you to go say it to their face. If you're that bold. And I want you to stand on whatever happens to you after that. Regardless if you lose your job, your business, whatever occupation you have, if you get slapped upside your face, or the rest is history. Anywho, you put on a t-shirt. Don't get put on a t-shirt running your mouth. Anywho, with acting like the usual suspects. Anywho, you here with truth from Triggering Truths. That's all I gotta say. Peace. When I get on here, I represent you. I represent all my people. You represent me, all of our people. Do better. Because last but not least, these people know that their time is coming. And they're doing, and I've said this for many times before, they're doing everything to restore themselves. So Donald Trump was sent here as Pharaoh to restore his people. Can I be mad at that? Should we be mad at that? No, he's not a president of all people. He is not a man of all people. He's a man of his own people and those that benefit him. So, do we benefit on the plantation? Yes, we benefit on the plantation. But do you want to be on the plantation? I opted out of the plantation. So some of you guys need to decide to opt out of the plantation. But understand what's going on. There's no information that's new information that's not information that I didn't already have over the last few years. Elon Musk with his test tube babies, IVF. Although this will benefit all people if all people qualify, because now you got to even wonder if everybody's going to qualify for all these things, right? Or if it's only be specifications for qualifications. But if all people qualify, cool. But the underlying reason why this is happening is because they are trying to restore their people any way possible. Some of them trying to get some melanin so that they know that they are set. You got that melanin, you set. This is your world. You're supposed to be here. Y'all talk about the reverse. Y'all talk about the albinism. I'm not always going for that. I'm not always going for that. Some of you guys are not supposed to be here. Sorry. Come back. If you can, with some melanin. Alright? So IVF, one. Even the food. Thank God. Change the food, please. I don't even eat that stuff. I don't eat none of that stuff. But change it because it is killing all of you. But again, to me, that is to help restore them. But will you benefit? Yes. Hopefully. Because you know, with their regulations, they always like to regulate here and not regulate there. So, you know, never know. Gentrify here. Alright? Blocking out the sun. So now we're seeing this sun situation that just got released. That's something that has been... Bill Gates was into that for years. And us woke people have been telling y'all this. Y'all woke. Y'all way too woke. Y'all way too woke. No, you way too sleep. You sheep. There's nothing that we can do. There's nothing that I can do about it. What am I supposed to do about it? Y'all always talking about grabbing your, doing this and acting like you hard and acting like you tough. But you scared of who? Scared of them? They need to be scared of you. This your shit. And once you realize it's your shit, then you'll realize who you are. And that's really all I have to say today. I probably can go on and on because there's so many topics to talk about. But I feel like I'll be going off in a tangent anyways. And all I really came here to talk about was stop running your goddamn mouths on the internet talking about anything. Because it's coming back to bite y'all. All that barbershop talk is coming back to bite y'all and y'all stupid asses. And if you continue to, don't be asking for the support of the black community. Because I see y'all dudes, y'all stick together. One thing about black men, they stick together. They be wrong as hell. And they stick together. They stick together like the people who you can't talk about. The star people. Right? Y'all stick together, but y'all don't be having each other's back. So y'all stick together in the fire, but y'all don't keep each other away from the fire. Y'all ignite the fire, put grease on the fire, and then watch it go up in flames. And then when the whole institution burns down, y'all like, I got your back, bro. Why did it have to burn down? Why did you help burn it down? 2, stop trying to humble black people. Stop trying to police black people. Like they said, everywhere you go, everywhere we go, everything we do, it's always somebody that's not us watching us. We be dancing, having the time of our life. Here come them. Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem? If you do have a problem, take that shit over there to segregation land.